Olympic bronze medalist Darren Sutherland was making his second appearance as a professional in Wigan at the weekend. He was taking on 29-year-old Belarusian opponent Siarhai Novaka, who was in his 29th bout of a 6-year professional career. At just after 9 o'clock, trainer Brian Lawrence began taping Sutherland's hands. He appeared very relaxed ahead of his bout, which was to follow the main event later in the evening. With his debut out of the way, Sutherland appeared to be enjoying himself as he began his shadow routine. Shortly before 11 o'clock, Sutherland made his way to the ring, in his green attire, paying homage to his Irish roots. Sutherland took only 3 rounds to deal with Novaka, jabbing and hooking, which forced the referee to step in, with bad swelling forming around his right eye.
Listen, man, I tell you what. I could feel the bones in my knuckles.
He was full of praise for his durable opponent and explained to us afterwards how he won't be underestimating the records of his future opponents.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It was great to get in the 3 rounds, you know, because the debut fight only got, 2.5 minutes. Tell you what though, that guy took a shot, because I've learned now my lesson not to be doubting records, because I looked at the record and I was kind of like, yeah, he's lost so many fights. Like, I was asking for a tougher challenge, but no, at this stage, I've got to listen to what Brian and Frank say, and it's learning. That's pro boxing, amateur boxing, they're 2 different sports, and I've got to kind of serve my apprenticeship. So the first few fights this year is just development, and just each time I'm looking to improve. And I think I improved even on the first performance. Even though I blew the guy out, I didn't take really any shots this time, whereas the first one I took a couple of silly jabs, So I'm really happy with it. I'd like to watch it back and see, what things to be working on. But the hard work at this moment is being done in the gym, with the sparring, and Brian take me on the pads and coach me. So they're putting the foundations in place so that when we step up a level of opposition, I'm ready, So yeah, I'm happy where I am at the moment.
Something we saw tonight, you did not miss with that jab. Is that something you're really happy with, because you caught him every single time with that jab?
That's my honey punch. I've always had a really good jab. The good fighters, Brian gave me homework. I've been studying the greats Mike McCallum and Bernard Hopkins, and they've good jabs. All the best fighters had good jabs, and everything flows behind that. And that's what I'm going to work on. I want to be an all-round fighter.
That Olympic bandwagon's up and running now. Everyone's had a go. You want to stay active though, obviously.
Yeah, I really do. The scheduled fight I'm supposed to have is sometime in May. And Frank is looking at taking me back over to Dublin, because Sky were really happy with the response that we got from the Irish fans. But then Frank says, he might have me out again in April, if we'll sit down and talk next week, and possibly out, because I want to be active. There's no reason for me to have an 8-week break before my next fight, so we'll see how it goes.